This video is kindly brought to you by Squarespace, the all-in-one platform to create a beautiful online presence. Hi, my name's Janelle and welcome back to Rosery Apparel. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to make this super comfy smock dress. I am so obsessed with this style of dress. I actually think it's the perfect everyday dress as it's so easy to just throw on and you can style it so many different ways and it's so comfortable. I have been wearing it every single day since I made it. So let's get into it and let me show you how to make this dress. For this project, you'll need your fabric of choice. For my dress, I'm using this amazing shirred fabric that I'll have linked below, some matching thread, a 51cm or 20-inch invisible zip, about half a metre or a little over half a yard of elastic, a measuring tape, and a water erasable pen or some tailor's chalk. To make this dress, I'm going to be using the bodice templates of my Rosa pattern and the sleeve template of my Willow pattern. I'll also have a link to both patterns in the description below. Start by taking the bodice front and back templates of the Rosa pattern and shorten them both by 8cm or 3 inches. Next, take the sleeve template of the Willow pattern and shorten it by 8cm or 3 inches as well. Then cut the template in half like this. Next, with your fabric folded in half, place the template pieces onto it. You'll need the back and front facing pieces of the Rosa pattern too, as well as the pocket template because every good dress needs pockets. When placing the sleeve template onto the fabric, pin each half approximately 15cm or 6 inches away from each other like this. Then cut all of the pieces out. Widening the sleeve like this will give it a nice puffiness, and once cut it should look a little something like this. For the skirt pieces, I use the shorter skirt template of the Rosa pattern, but you can customize the length of the dress however you like. And you should now have the following pieces all cut out and ready to sew. Start by taking the bodice front and back templates and mark the darts onto the wrong side of the fabric. I'm going to be skipping the front waist darts for this dress. Then pin and stitch the darts in place. Once stitched, press the darts towards the centre of the dress. Next, with right sides together, place the bodice backs onto the bodice front and stitch them together along the shoulder seams like this. I then personally like to overlock each seam to prevent them from fraying, but you can use the zigzag stitch of your sewing machine if you don't own an overlocker. Next, and again with right sides together, place the back facing pieces onto the front facing and stitch them together along the shoulder seams like this. Then overlock or zigzag stitch the curved outside edge of the facing. Then fold and press the now overlocked edge in by about 1cm or half an inch, and then stitch it in place. Then place the facing onto the bodice with right sides together and matching the shoulder seams together, and stitch it in place along the neck edge like this. Once stitched, clip the curved edge, being careful not to accidentally snip the stitching, and then flip the facing to the inside of the bodice and press in place. Clipping the curve should make this part a lot easier. And the neck edge should now be nicely enclosed like this. Let's take a moment to talk about the sponsor of this video. If you've been watching my videos for a while, then I'm sure you know all about Squarespace by now, but just in case you don't, Squarespace is the all-in-one platform to create a beautiful online presence and run your business. Whether you want to create a website, start making and selling your own products, or whether you just simply want to showcase your design work and other projects, Squarespace have so many beautiful templates to choose from. You're sure to be able to find one that is perfect for you and your needs. Once you've selected your template, you can then customize it completely to suit your personal brand and style. And when I sat down to create the Rosery Apparel online store and website back in the day, I actually had already pre-designed it and included everything that I needed in the website. But when I started looking at Squarespace and actually started building my website through them, I found I was able to include everything that I'd already pre-designed into my website, as Squarespace just make it so easy to customize and add everything you could possibly ever need. So if you'd like to create a website of your own, then head to squarespace.com for a free trial. And then when you're ready to launch your beautiful new website, head to squarespace.com/roseryapparel for 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Thanks Squarespace for sponsoring this video. Next, with right sides together, fold the bodice backs back onto the bodice front and stitch them together along the sides. Then take the sleeve pieces and sew 2 rows of gathering stitches in between the notches like this. Do this by setting the stitch of your sewing machine to the longest possible setting. Then with right sides together, fold the sleeves in half and stitch them together along the sides. Once stitched, hem the sleeves by folding and pressing in by about 1 centimeter or half an inch. And then fold and press in again, this time by a little more than the width of your elastic. The elastic I'm using is 2 centimeters or 3/4 of an inch wide for reference. Then stitch in place, being sure to leave an opening to be able to feed the elastic through. Then take your elastic and measure it around the middle of your forearm. Cut 2 pieces at this measurement. For me, it worked out to be about 25 centimeters or 10 inches. To feed the elastic through the casings I made in the sleeves, I'm going to use something called a bodkin. You can use a safety pin instead if you like, but I was recently reminded about these by some of you in the comments, and they make feeding elastic through casings so much easier. You basically clasp the elastic in between the teeth of the bodkin and then slide it shut to lock the elastic in place. It works so well, and there's no fear of it accidentally coming undone halfway through like it often can when using a safety pin. So yeah, thank you so much Alyssa and Anne for reminding me that these amazing tools exist. Once fed all the way through, stitch the elastic together with a zigzag stitch like this. And then pull it inside the casing and stitch the opening closed. And you should now have a nicely elasticated sleeve like this. Next, gently pull the gathering stitches at the top of the sleeves, as this will give some puffiness to the sleeves and will also help ease them into the armholes. Then with right sides together, pin the sleeves to the bodice, matching the side seams together. Then stitch them in place. And then use a seam ripper to remove the exposed gathering stitches. And the bodice of the dress is now complete. Next, take the pocket pieces and overlock or zigzag stitch the curved raw edges. Then pin the pockets to the skirt front and backs, matching the notches together or placing them approximately 10 centimeters or 4 inches from the top edge. Then stitch them in place. Press the pockets out. And then with the right sides together, place the skirt backs onto the skirt fronts, matching the pockets together. Then stitch them together along the side edge, remembering to stitch around the pockets like this. Next, sew 2 rows of gathering stitches along the top edge of the skirt. Gently pull on the gathering stitches to gather up the fabric of the skirt until it's approximately the same size as the bottom edge of the bodice. Then with the right sides together, pin and stitch the skirt to the bodice. Next, remove any exposed gathering stitches with a seam ripper, and then give the gathers a good press with your iron. Attach the zip to the centre back of the dress, starting by lining up the non-teeth edge of one side of the zip to the raw edge of the dress. Then attach your zipper foot to your sewing machine and stitch the zip in place. Then pin and stitch the other side of the zip to the other side of the dress. Flip the facing onto the zip and stitch them together like this. Then flip the facing back the right way round, and the zip should now be nicely enclosed into your dress like this. Repeat this for the other side. Then do the zip up, and pin and stitch the remaining centre back together. Press the seam open, and then hem the bottom of the dress. Lastly, top stitch the neck edge to keep the facing in place, and then hand tack the facing onto the inside of the dress. And your amazing, super comfy smock dress is complete. So, how does it look? I am so happy with how this dress has turned out. So happy, in fact, that I decided to make myself another one in my favorite burnt orange color. And I just know that I'm going to be wearing these dresses every single day once spring arrives here in Australia. They really are just so comfortable to wear, and like I said, so easy to throw on, and you can style them in so many different ways. I also have so much fun putting these pattern hacking videos together Purchasing my sewing patterns is such a great way to support me and my channel, and I'm obviously so grateful for the support as it means I'm able to do what I love every single day. And as a massive thank you, I like to make these videos so that you can get the absolute most out of the patterns you purchase from me. I'll have a link to the entire playlist of other pattern hacking videos I've made so far, so that way you're able to see all the different kinds of things you're able to make with my Rosery apparel sewing patterns. Also, if you have a go at making this dress for yourself, then I would love to see it, so be sure to tag me at Rosery Apparel when you share your photos on Instagram. And I would love it if you could subscribe to this channel for more sewing type videos like this one. Have a lovely day and thanks for watching!